Hi everyone! Welcome to our Worldly Wise 3000 vocabulary lesson. Today we're starting Book 3, Lesson 1. In this video, I'll explain each vocabulary word, tell you what it means, and show you how to use it in a sentence. Listen carefully and think about how you might use these words when you read, write, or speak. Let's get started! Our first word is cylinder. And cylinder is an object in the shape of a tube or pipe. It may be solid or hollow. So any object that is shaped like this one here is what we would call a cylinder. And the inside of that cylinder might be empty, just like a vase, or it might be full of something like a candle, which is full of wax. Let's look at the example sentence. It says, in the center of the table was a tall glass vase in the shape of a cylinder, which was filled with yellow tulips. So this sentence is talking about a vase like this one on a table, and the shape of the vase is a cylinder. And there are many objects you can find that are shaped like a cylinder. For example, soda cans are often found in the shape of a cylinder. The same is true about pipes and candles and batteries, and even some buildings like these towers here are shaped like cylinders. The next word is examine. Examine is a verb, and examine means to look at closely. So when you examine something, you're looking at it very closely and carefully. The example says, when Cora and Chun examined the desk, they discovered that the letter they were looking for was gone. So in this sentence, there are two people, Cora and Chun, who are looking at or examining a desk. And what they found out after they looked at it carefully was that the letter they were looking for was gone. So examine can be used to talk about just looking at something or looking for something carefully. And we can also use it when we talk about a doctor that is looking carefully at their patient. For example, I could say, the doctor examined the baby. So the doctor is looking carefully to see if the baby is sick or if it has any problems. That is examine. The next word is fatal. Fatal is an adjective, so we can use it to describe something, and it means causing death. So something that is fatal might cause someone or something to die. The example sentence says, eating this pretty white mushroom can be fatal. So there are some mushrooms that if you eat them, then they can actually kill you because they are poisonous. So we would say that eating this is fatal. Or another example would be getting hit by a car. That is something that can sometimes be fatal, especially if the car was going very fast. Another example of something that is fatal is falling off a very tall building. So if you fall off a tall building, then that can be fatal. So anything that can cause you to die, we would describe that as being fatal. Our next word is feature. A feature is a noun, and there's two definitions for it. The first definition is an important or special part of something. For example, an unusual feature of this room is a secret stairway hidden behind this wall. So feature is often used to describe things about a place, like a house. So in this sentence, the feature that is being described, or the special part that is being described, is the secret stairway that's hidden behind the wall like this. So I can say that is a special feature or an unusual feature of this house. I could also say my favorite feature of this house is that there is a pool. It's my favorite important or special part of something. That is a feature. Another feature I could talk about this house is that there is a giant glass window that shows you the backyard. That's another special part of something. And we can also use feature to describe any part of the face. For example, one pleasing feature of Claude's is his warm smile. So the part of the face that is pleasing or is nice from Claude's face is his warm. Some other features that people often talk about on someone's face are the eyes. For example, I could say her best feature is her almond-shaped eyes. Another feature we can talk about is the nose. We can talk about if the nose is narrow or wide. Lips are another feature that people often talk about. Eyebrows too, cheekbones, and just the face shape. If someone has a round face or a square face. So all of those features are things that you can describe about someone's face. Our next word is grasp. And grasp also has two meanings. The first meaning of grasp is to take hold of something tightly with the hands. So when you grasp something, you are just holding on to it very tightly. The example sentence says, Tina grasped the bars on the gym set and pulled herself up. So just like in this picture here, someone is grasping on to the bar in the gym set and then they are pulling themselves up. She's holding on very tightly to that bar. I could also say the baby grasped his father's hand. He's holding on tightly to that hand. The second definition of grasp is to understand something. For example, after we grasped the directions, it was easy to do the puzzle. So in this sentence, someone understood or grasped the directions. So they were reading the directions for the puzzle and then they finally understood it. So it was easy to do the puzzle. So anytime that you suddenly understand something, you can say that you grasped it. So now you understand it. Or you can use it in the opposite way. You can say, no matter how hard I tried to grasp the meaning, I couldn't understand. Our next word is jet. Maybe you've heard of this word before when we use it to talk about something like an airplane, but there is another meaning for the word jet. It is a stream of liquid or gas that is forced at high speed through a small opening. So any liquid that is coming out very quickly from a small opening, we can call that a jet. For example, the firefighters directed jets of water from the pump truck to the burning house. We often use this word jet to describe the water that is coming out of a fireman's hose because it's coming out very quickly and in a strong way. So it's not just water coming out, it's a jet of water. Here too in this picture, you can see that there are jets of water coming out from the fountain. So again, we can use this word jet anytime that water is coming out very quickly from a small opening. And of course, the other definition for jet is an airplane that is powered by a jet engine. For example, the pilot told us what kind of jet would be carrying us to the West Coast. So we can use jet to talk about very fast airplanes like this one here, or just regular airplanes that have jet engines. Our next word is marine. And marine is an adjective that means having to do with the ocean or with ships and boats. For example, the largest marine creature is the blue whale. So we can use this word marine most often when we are describing an animal. They're called marine creatures a lot when you read about it in books. So the blue whale is a marine creature, the dolphin is a marine creature, sharks, fish, all of the things that are living in the ocean, we can describe them as being marine creatures. We often use this word also with environment after it. So I can say this is a marine environment. It's the place where many things in the ocean are living. And another example could be boats and ships are causing pollution to marine environments. This word marine is also used a lot together with biology. We can say marine biology to talk about the study of things in the ocean, of life in the ocean. So a person whose job is to study the ocean, we would call them a marine biologist. Our next word is scar. And a scar is a mark on the skin that is left after a cut or other wound has healed. So anytime that you have a very deep cut on your skin, after it gets better, if there is some line like this that's left on your skin, we would call that a scar. The example sentence says, "The scar on Helen's knee is from the cut she got when she fell off her bicycle." So scars can have this pink color, or they can also turn white like this one here after they've been on your skin for a long time. Do you have any scars from a time that you were hurt? People usually get scars when they get some wound, either from falling down or maybe getting a cut from a knife. And people can also get scars if they ever had some surgery done in a hospital. Our next word is tentacle. A tentacle is a long, thin part that grows out from the head of some sea animals. They use it to hold things or to move from place to place. When you hear the word tentacle, maybe you think about an octopus or a squid, since they're famously known to have tentacles. But they're not the only marine animals that have tentacles. For example, the cuttlefish wiggled its tentacles to bring the small fish closer. So this animal here is a cuttlefish, and it also has tentacles here coming out from its head. And it uses those tentacles to bring fish closer to its mouth. Another animal you may know is a jellyfish. A jellyfish also has tentacles like these that are coming out from its head. So this word tentacle is used to describe this body part of some animals. And just like we use our hands to hold things and we use our legs to move around, these animals use their tentacles for the same purposes. Our final word is vessel. Vessel has two meanings. The first meaning is a ship or large boat. The example says, "All the passengers aboard the vessel hope to see a whale or dolphin during the trip." So we can use this word vessel as another way of saying boat or ship. So I could say the people are on the ship, or I could say the people are on the vessel. Vessel is not commonly used when we're talking about just a regular ship like this one, but it is more commonly used to talk about very large or giant ships like this one here that holds containers. So I could describe this one here as being a container vessel. And vessel is also used to mean anything hollow that can be used to hold liquids. For example, a clay vessel filled with lemonade rested on the picnic table in the backyard. So this definition of vessel just means anything that can hold liquids. It can be a cup, a bowl, a bottle, a jar, a vase, a pot. The only thing that it needs to do is be hollow and hold liquids. However, we don't use this word often to describe these cups or bowls. It is more commonly used to talk about the ships or the large boats. But it can also be used in this way. So I could say she poured tea into a clean vessel. And by vessel, I mean cup. Or I could say medicine must be stored in a clean vessel. Or I could also say bottle. Either way is correct. But vessel for this kind of thing is not that common. That's all for this lesson. You did a great job listening today. As you go through your day, see if you can spot these words when you're reading or think of your own sentences using them. Keep practicing your vocabulary and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye!